As an 8-year-old girl, I remember moving into my grandparents' house because my family couldn't afford all of the expenses of a house and a mortgage, as well as the expenses that came with my brother who was born with a genetic disease called cystic fibrosis. We had hospital stays and medicine with far more than ridiculously high pricings that we all had to worry about. I didn't understand why I couldn't stay at my house and I had to move away from my friends. As an 8-year-old, these concepts didn't make sense. Now, years later, luckily my family is doing well. We are able to afford these pricings that I didn't understand at that time. But there are still so many families that don't have that same luxury. This is why our healthcare system needs to change. In 2018, 28 million United States citizens could not afford health insurance, according to the United States Census Bureau. The majority of these people were working-class adults. People with blue-collar jobs, the people that keep our country in action, do not have the access to health care that they deserve. According to the Commonwealth Fund, the U.S. has the highest preventable deaths because of the limited access to health care that many Americans face. These deaths could be avoided if health care was accessible to all. The U.S. spends the most on health care compared to any other country, but that should mean we have better health care. We have lower life expectancy and have the highest rates of avoidable mortality just because so many don't have that access to health care that could prevent those deaths. Studies in other countries have shown that there's a greater demand for doctors when all citizens have access to healthcare. This would cause more jobs to open up in the healthcare industry, which would benefit even more people. With more jobs opening up, there will be a greater opportunity for doctors to give care and patients to receive care. The U.S. needs to make a change. We need to make healthcare affordable and accessible to everyone, even those with the lowest paying jobs. Everyone in our country deserves to have access to healthcare, and the best way for that to happen is through the government. With so many pros to changing our healthcare system and creating access to it, why would anyone want to keep it the way it is? Private insurance will not work for everyone because it is much too expensive. The government needs to be able to provide it for those in need, if not all of the Americans. Our healthcare system needs to be changed, and it needs to be changed now.